Welcome to day 30. We're reading today Exodus 11 and 12, Matthew 20, 20 through 34, and Psalm 17, 6 through 12. I have read this story of Moses leading his people out of Egypt many times, and I know the song pretty well too. But today, I was struck when reading in Exodus that the length of time the Israelite people lived in Egypt was 430 years. That's multiple generations born into slavery, not knowing any other life. Can you imagine being anywhere for 430 years, much less in slavery? How did the Israelites keep faith in God when their circumstances were so oppressive? Yet they did hold on to their faith, and it had to have been by one generation passing along the stories of faith to the next, to the next, to the next. The Exodus scriptures speak directly to this when Moses passes along God's instructions in chapter 12. Obey these instructions as a lasting ordinance for you and your descendants. When you enter the land that the Lord will give you as he promised, observe this ceremony. And when your children ask you, what does this ceremony mean to you? Then tell them, it is the Passover sacrifice to the Lord. Our faith is certainly about a personal relationship with God, right? And our full acceptance of grace and salvation of Jesus Christ. But it's more than that. It's also the relationship we have with one another and the passing on the faith to those who come after us. The Israelites must have passed down their stories through generations. There's no other way the people would have followed Moses out of Egypt, not knowing where they were going or if things would be worse once they left. They had to have that foundation of faith from those who had gone before them. As I think about my own faith, I can't help but think of those who passed along their faith stories to me. My family, especially my grandfather, who knew his Bible well and clearly lived out his relationship with God. Elders in my church family who have modeled a faith-filled life so well. People who passed through my life briefly, but were so clearly filled with God's Spirit. I don't know if any of them realized how their faith stories became woven into my own. This brings to mind Hebrews 11, the Faith Hall of Fame. People, including Moses and the Israelites, who walked with the Lord by faith. They are the great cloud of witnesses who passed along their faith and showed us what it truly means to walk with God. Imagine if one day when we meet the Lord face to face, the Lord says to us, by faith, you walked through hard times. By faith, you shared my love and passed it along to future generations. By faith, I welcome you into my heavenly kingdom. Let it be, dear Lord. Let it be.